Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our celebration today, both in person and virtually. We are live streaming from Guide Dogs for the Blind's California campus. So whether you are enjoying the celebration in person or virtually via our live stream, and whether it's your first, second, or 30th graduation, welcome. We are so glad to be here with you today. Last year was our 80th anniversary, and we have much to celebrate. We are here to celebrate 2 new breeder dogs and their custodians, 2 new canine buddy teams, and 3 new guide dog teams, as well as applaud the generosity of all of those who have helped make today happen. To our puppy raisers, thank you for helping us prepare these special dogs for their roles. We literally could not fulfill our mission without you. You put your heart and soul into each dog, and it really shows. We look forward to hearing from some of you today. To our donors, thank you for helping us provide a lifetime of support for our alums at no cost to them. We don't receive any government funding, so we are very thankful for your support. To our volunteers and employees, thank you for all that you do to support our mission. Whether you're helping by working with our dogs, in administration, or directly with our clients, we are so grateful for all that you do. We want to share a short video about our mission, and this video is audio described so in addition to the narrator, you will hear a second voice describing scenes in the video. Captions are also included. These inclusive features help to make sure that everyone can enjoy and access these videos.
Logos, Guide Dogs for the Blind and Guide Dogs for the Blind International.
Hello, I'm Noah Wiley.
A mama nurses a litter.
There's a special magic about Guide Dogs for the Blind.
Puppy bellies and wiggling tails.
Some might say it's the dogs.
Puppies squirm in a pile.
These courageous guides who change people's lives.
2 black puppies at a gate. Outside, a woman hugs her guide dog.
There's magic in the people too.
A man walks with his dog. An older puppy licks a woman's cheek.
Like the volunteer puppy raisers.
Volunteers with puppies.
Who socialize and care for puppies in their homes.
Out walking in their neighborhood.
Encouraging them to explore new surroundings.
Riding the train.
And giving them love and guidance.
In the park.
To help prepare them to be a guide dog.
And in a group at the airport.
And when it's time, part ways so that the puppy they have raised can go on to change someone's life.
A team on a city sidewalk.
When dogs return to our campuses, our world-class instructors work their magic to maximize each dog's potential to become highly skilled, smart, and loving companions.
Instructors with dogs.
Teaching each dog how to safely guide someone who is blind or visually impaired through the world when they're at home.
Relaxing by a fireplace.
Hiking.
On a forest trail.
Visiting friends.
At a picnic table.
Catching a plane.
Navigating baggage claim.
Heading downtown.
In a city crosswalk.
Across town.
Along a riverfront.
Taking public transportation.
At a train station.
Or heading to work.
Riding an escalator.
They will even disobey a command if it means keeping their handlers safe.
People with guides in their neighborhoods.
Those who are on the other end of the harness might say the magic is there, moving freely through the world with ease, confidence, and independence. Along the way, helping them develop new relationships, connect with new people, building stronger, more compassionate communities.
A group of people with their guide dogs in Chinatown.
We know there is magic in these partnerships.
A woman hugs her dog.
The bonds that are formed.
Another kisses her dog's head.
The places they go.
A group of people and guide dogs at the Golden Gate Bridge.
The dreams that come true.
A woman leads small boys on a walk with her dog.
It's in the care.
Playing in a yard.
The friendship.
A woman pets a dog.
The lifetime of love.
Lying in her lap.
It's the ability to live a fuller life without limits.
A woman scales an indoor climbing wall.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, you are part of an amazing community that works together to make these partnerships possible at no cost to our clients.
Vets give checkups.
A community that helps us care for the health of our dogs over their lifetime. A community that provides the necessary training to help prepare potential clients for the guide dog lifestyle.
Instructors with clients.
A community that gives children in our youth programs the opportunity to experience the magic of a guide dog, to see if having a dog may be right for them.
Children interact and play with dogs.
A community that makes dreams of inclusion, enhanced confidence,
clients walk with dogs,
mobility, independence, and companionship come true.
A man with his dog on the beach.
That's the magic of Guide Dogs for the Blind.
Share an orange sunset.
And it's all because of you.
He hugs his dog. Blackout. Logos: Guide Dogs for the Blind and Guide Dogs for the Blind International. The light fades to black.
So one of the programs that we have here at Guide Dogs for the Blind is our breeding program. Here at Guide Dogs for the Blind, we breed Labrador Retrievers, Golden Retrievers, and Lab Golden Crosses. These dogs are specifically selected for excellent temperament, intelligence, and health for our guide dogs and canine buddies. Once a dog is added to the breeding program, they are placed into a carefully screened, loving custodial home within a 50-mile radius of the San Rafael campus. Here with us today are two new breeder dogs that are being added into our program. So we have Avani, a female black Labrador Retriever raised by Elizabeth Ball Conley of Ivins, Utah, and the breeder custodian Sue and Thomas Moore.
Miss Avani was super good when she was in our puppy raising home, and she's just been a joy to raise throughout the whole process, and I am just so excited to see the litters that she produces and to hopefully raise one of her puppies.
This is our third breeder, and we're so excited to have her. She's been a great dog. We've had her a couple months now, and she's fantastic. We requested having a slightly smaller dog, and we were surprised how small she is. A 41-pound Labrador is pretty tiny, but she's a great dog, very obedient. Elizabeth did an amazing job raising her, and as you can see, she has another project underway here too. So we're looking forward to raising her and hoping she produces a bunch of pups.
Our next breeding stock dog is Freebird, a female black Labrador Retriever raised by Laura Stento of Boise, Idaho, and McKenna and Tanya Vaughn of Boise, Idaho. The breeder custodian is Jerry Osborne.
Thank you. Okay, at first I just want to say congratulations to Freebird for becoming a breeder. She's done a great job. She's been a great puppy right from the start, always super excited to play new games, go on an adventure, have a snuggle, and her favorite thing was doing a really big spin at high speed when she was excited to see somebody or something new and exciting was happening. This is Tanya and I's first puppy that we raised, and we sort of had a secret weapon, which was Tanya's daughter, McKenna, and that was her second puppy. And so whenever we had a question or whatever, she would jump in and be like, guys, I read it in the manual, so this is what you're supposed to do. And then a special thank you to Jerry and Marty for being her custodian. They obviously love her a ton. And so we're excited to see how her puppies turn out. And in the words of one of our leaders back in Boise, we're excited to raise a free chick.
This is our second breeder that we've had, and we're very, very blessed and very grateful to have her, and just very grateful and blessed to have these wonderful dogs and these wonderful creatures do the service that they've been doing since 1942. And we're just blessed with the love and what they give back to society and to recognize what they do. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. I'm now going to bring up another class instructor, Lauren Paperno, for her to introduce our canine buddy teams.
Thanks, Corinne. So before introducing our two canine buddy teams that are going to be participating through our virtual participation model today, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of what our canine buddy program entails. So our canine buddy dogs, they're not service dogs, but they make wonderful companions that bring joy, confidence, and responsibility, and really a true connection to our GDB community. We're excited to have the ability to be able to reach more individuals within the community of visual impairment and also allow greater inclusion with the clients that we're able to serve. In the fall of 2022, we expanded our program to be able to serve clients age 5 and above, including adults all the way across the US and now also into Canada. The Canine Buddy program is one of our core client programs, and teams have access to a very similar level of service as our guide clients, and this includes the veterinary assistance program as well as follow-up support. Okay, so our first graduating Canine Buddy team is Jackson of Hugo, Minnesota, who received Dudley, a male black Labrador retriever. Dudley was raised by Julie McCullough, Haley Benjamin and Randy Suda of Mountain View, California, Aaliyah Marks of San Carlos, California, and Terry and Olivia Sachs of T-Ticket, Massachusetts. And up on the screen here, I'm going to give you a photo description. This is a picture of Jackson sitting on a stone step with Black Lab Dudley by his side. Dudley wears his blue Canine Buddy scarf. Jackson is smiling and has his arm around Dudley as they both look at the camera. And because we have participation through our virtual program, I have a note that I'm going to read by one of the raisers, Aaliyah Marks. And this says, "Dear Jackson and family, when I heard that Dudley was paired with a young boy, I was overjoyed. Dudley was the second of 3 dogs I've raised, and definitely my favorite. The second I started raising Dudley, I knew he was a special dog. I had never met such a happy, loving puppy. He's always smiling. I started raising Dudley right before the start of my senior year of high school, when he was 6 months old. He came to school with me every day and brought smiles to everyone he met. He settled so well in my classes, he usually was sound asleep and snoring very loudly. I raised Dudley while I was applying to college, and he was a light in my life during a very stressful time. He had a sixth sense where he could tell when I was overwhelmed, and he would come rest his head in my lap to reassure me. All of my friends loved hanging out with him during lunch, where he would lay on his back and wait for belly rubs while basking in the sun. He dressed up for the first day of school and for Spirit Days, always so eager to be a part of the festivities. I have 3 younger brothers, and Dudley was their best friend. He loved to play with them in the backyard. My brother Jacob was also 11 years old, and when I had Dudley, they had a very special bond. I'm so happy that Dudley is now partnered with another young boy. I always hoped he would find a new best friend just like my brother. I know you both will have so many great adventures together. Thank you for giving him a great life." And the photo up on the screen here shows Dudley, a male black lab. He's laying down and adorably looks up at the camera with his big brown eyes. He's wearing his green jacket and head collar. I have another note to read. This was submitted by Terry Sachs, and it says, "Hello, Jackson and family. I'm so excited and happy to learn that you've been matched up with Dudley. Dudley is the 6th pup I have raised, and he is the best. Whenever I think about Dudley, a huge smile comes across my face, as he brought only joy and good times to me and my granddaughter, Olivia. We picked up Dudley at GDB on March 26, 2022. It was a complete surprise to Olivia, so as we turned into campus, Olivia, of course, burst into tears with happiness. This was the first pup that Olivia is old enough to be an official puppy raiser, making Dudley extra special to her. Dudley was immediately affectionate, silly, handsome, and fun-loving, all wrapped up into one absolutely adorable puppy. We were in love with him immediately. He learned all of his commands quickly, slept through the night without whining, and started each day giving us big kisses. He always made us laugh when we practiced go to bed. He would run to his bed and stay until we said, come, and no matter where we went, everyone loved Dudley. Everyone loved Dudley with his good manners and expressive eyes. In August, I moved to Massachusetts. I was sad to leave Dudley, but I was so happy that his next puppy raisers were going to be fabulous and would give him many opportunities to grow into a wonderful companion. By the way, we love the name Dudley since we're big Harry Potter fans. Sorry I can't be at graduation, but home to connect once you get settled in with your new buddy. Happy holidays. And a description of the Dudley photo up on the screen. It shows Olivia holding Dudley, a male black lab puppy, the day they picked him up at GDB. Olivia is looking lovingly at Dudley, and Dudley is looking straight ahead at the camera. Olivia is smiling, and Dudley has a serious expression. Okay. Our next Canine Buddy team graduating is Marie Keene of Burlington, Massachusetts, who received Wave, a female yellow Labrador. She was raised by Joan Elliott of Goodyear, Arizona. Okay, and the puppy raiser note says, Dear Guide Dogs for the Blind, I am writing to express my profound gratitude for the incredible gift of Wave, my canine buddy. Wave is more than just a dog. She is a source of unwavering support and companionship. I am continually amazed by her intelligence, warmth, and the joy she brings to my life. A special note of appreciation goes to Joan Elliott, Wave's dedicated puppy raiser. Joan's commitment to nurturing Wave's potential has undoubtedly contributed to the wonderful companion she is today. Wave's training and temperament reflect the love and care that Joan provided during those formative months. I am profoundly grateful for the selfless dedication of individuals like Joan, whose efforts have made a lasting impact on the lives of those who benefit from those remarkable canine buddy dogs. Thank you, Guide Dogs for the Blind, for making this life-changing partnership possible. Wave has not only enhanced my life, but has also become an invaluable part of my daily routine. We begin each day with obedience, then a thorough brushing of hair, playtime with her sister Forrest, and then a healthy walk. When we get back, we sit on the front porch, cuddling while reading a book and listening to the world pass us by. Occasionally, she does not even mind a toothbrushing or ear cleaning session. With heartfelt thanks, Marie and Wave. And up on the screen, we have Marie is pictured sitting on a cushioned bench with Yellow Lab Wave by her side. Marie wears a red jacket and striped sweater, and Wave wears her blue Canine Buddy scarf. Marie has her arm around Wave as she gives her a big kiss on the cheek. Okay, and then this is the raiser note from Joan Elliott. Wave was a very special puppy to raise. She had a positive impact on everyone's life she came in contact with because of her sweet and calm demeanor. As a puppy raiser, we pour our heart and soul into every puppy we raise. When it's time for them to move forward and return to campus for training and placement, there's a void in our hearts. When we are notified our puppies have been placed with a partner, the void fills with joy. I wish Marie and Wave many years of companionship with lots of cuddles and plenty of puppy kisses. Wave is a great cuddler. Best wishes for your future together. Joan Elliott. And up on the screen, there's a picture that shows Wave, female yellow lab, at a photo shoot wearing her green jacket, looking at the camera at 11 months of age. She's a happy girl. All right, congratulations to our two graduating Canine Buddy teams. I'm now going to bring up Megan Harris, who's going to introduce our graduating clients and guide dog teams.
Hello, everyone. Before I start, I would like to give a huge thanks to a few sponsors that we have this time. Guide Dogs for the Blind gratefully acknowledges Sue Oliver and Chet Mallory of Reno, Nevada for their sponsorship of the guide dog team, Ariel Gilbert and Blanchette. And we also appreciate Susan Bates for her sponsorship of the harness for Ellie Burgess and Betty Rose. And we would like to give a generous thanks to Lillian Temerali for her generous sponsorship of harnesses throughout 2023. Before I introduce our clients of this class, as many of you may know, our guide dog program is a 2-week program where clients are matched with a dog that is compatible for their lifestyle to enhance their mobility. We provide a variety of training models that include both in-residence and in-home training. So let's start with our clients of this class. We're going to begin with Ellie Burgess of Tucson, Arizona, receiving Betty Rose, a female yellow Labrador Golden Retriever cross. Betty Rose was raised by Nora Soleil of Vacaville, California, Sue Bonin of American Canyon, California. Ellie is very active in her church, participating in many activities, including the choir. She is a part of the Lions Club, AMVETS group, and Dulcimer group. She sings, plays the auto harp and keyboard. Ellie is retired and looking forward to going home with her 4th guide dog, however, Betty Rose being her first from GDB.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to say thank you to the donors, and especially to the puppy raisers, the trainers, the instructors, and the staff, and for everyone who made it possible for me to get Betty Rose. Thanks to all of you.
Hi, everyone. We raised Betty Rose since she was 2 months, and if you notice the name, she was the puppy named for Betty White. So Betty for the Betty White and the Rose for the character she played on Golden Girls. And the name really fits her. She's very sweet and cuddly and very spunky in other moments, and can be very entertaining at the same time. She was very sweet and a great joy to raise. She's always been confident, always ready to go, ready to put her jacket on and take off and see where we were taking her or what adventure she was going to go to. She'd been in an office. I took her to work with me, and my daughter took her to school, and Sue also took her to school, so she's had a lot of kid introductions. And we're very excited to hear how she's going to do with Ellie and all her new and ongoing adventures that she'll have. Can I say anything?
All right, next up we have Ariel Gilbert of Petaluma, California, received Blanchette, a female black Labrador. Blanchette was raised by Alan Byrne and Selma Santoyo of Petaluma, California. Ariel is a retired Guide Dogs for the Blind employee. She worked both as the outreach manager and the volunteer manager for 18 years. She has volunteered at Guide Dogs for the Blind, most recently providing foster care for our program dogs. Ariel enjoys beekeeping, rowing, birding by ear, cooking, and gardening.
The waterworks have already started. I don't know if I can talk. I went 14 months since I had my last guide dog because of thank you, COVID. And it was a very long 14 months, which reminded me just how much my guide dogs do for me. This is my 8th dog, and 8th guide dog, and it's been 35 years since my first dog changed my life. Okay, I'm trying to hold it together. It was the foster dogs that got me through the last 14 months, and it was such a privilege to get to have the foster dogs in our house. And they inspired me to get out every day and use my cane and work on my mobility skills. But everything for the last 14 months has been, I've been moving in first gear, very slow. And I didn't feel like a whole person anymore. And then I got matched with Blanchett, and my life feels complete again. I'm walking at the pace I enjoy moving at. And what really struck me during class and thinking about this organization, how we are trained and how our dogs are trained and how the puppies are raised and all the interconnections, it reminded me that guide dogs is an example of how the rest of the world could be. And it's just been an absolutely amazing experience to come back into class again and be united with my amazing little guide dog, Blanchett. So thank you so much for raising her. She's a phenomenal dog, and I can't wait to be in the town of Petaluma, where you also live, and hopefully run into you. Not literally. I'm going to pass it on so that you can talk.
Thank you.
I'm going to read this, so hopefully I can get through it without crying. I'm Selma, and this is my husband, Alan. And Blanchett is our first puppy that we raised. And we are incredibly proud to be here today for her graduation. We'd like to thank the organization for everything they do. Thank you to the trainers who helped with Blanchett's training, and to all the staff for all their guidance and support. Alan and I wouldn't be here today without the help of our Petaluma Puppy Group. They have been truly incredible. Several of them are here today, which shows how much support we've received. As newbies, we had so many questions, and everyone was always happy to share their stories and advice. Michaela, our group leader, deserves a special mention for holding our hand throughout this journey. And, gosh. Now a little bit about Blanchett. From the moment we received her, she filled our home with so much joy. Blanchett is so smart, always full of energy and eager to train. She is also a very social butterfly, but she matured just in time to be paired with her new partner, Ariel. Seeing them here today is incredibly rewarding, and we are so grateful we had the opportunity to do this. We know that Blanchett is in great hands with Ariel, and we're very happy to know that they will be close by. We hope to keep in touch, and we wish them all the happiness and success.
Blanchett, find the chair.
All right, next up we have Clark Roberts of Bellevue, Washington, received Bruno, a male black Labrador retriever. Bruno was raised by Greg and Kathy Harwell of Elk Grove, California. Clark is receiving his 7th guide dog from GDB. He is married with 2 amazing kids and 3 granddaughters. He is a big sports enthusiast who loves watching football and baseball. He enjoys the outdoors by partaking in snow skiing, water skiing, and tandem cycling. Clark looks forward to the amazing adventures ahead with Bruno back home.
Wow. 7 dogs. When I stepped back on this campus 14 days ago, I met a whole lot of strangers, but they soon became not strangers, but family. Because you see, every individual who has been connected to Bruno is connected by a leash, but we're all family. Whether it's the facilities people, whether it's the kennel staff, whether it's the kitchen staff who make amazing food, whether it's the trainers, thank you, Emily, Corinne, Megan, Lauren, for an incredible 14 days. But to know that Bruno has had an incredible upbringing by Kathy and Greg, and it's been interesting to hear of a few of his adventures, but to know more, that he's going to have more adventures. And I look forward to all the adventures with Bruno. And as it says, we don't talk about Bruno, but that's not true. We do talk about Bruno, and we're going to be talking about Bruno more and more and more. And I look forward to seeing how Bruno is going to make it possible each and every day as I continue to walk into schools, educational venues, businesses, and business organizations, and to educate about kindness and compassion, but to also to share about Guide Dogs for the Blind, an incredible, professionally, personal organization. Thank you.
Clark, Greg and I are just so excited about Bruno and his new life with you. I can't think of a better match. I don't know how Guide Dogs does it, but every dog, Bruno's our 23rd puppy that we've raised for Guide Dogs for the Blind. And it's absolutely incredible as you watch the staff and everybody work with these dogs from the time that they're whelped to the time that they're placed with someone, to know that they think about every detail and the love that goes into it. So we want to thank Guide Dogs and all the staff. And we want to thank our daughter who got us into this when she was in 8th grade, who raised our first 4, and then we just continued to raise, because it's really about community. And we get so much back as puppy raisers, raising these little guys. It's our community. We go to the grocery store. We go to our neighborhood events, we go to schools, we go to work, and nobody really wants to see us anymore. They just want the dog. And Bruno had a following. Bruno had a social calendar unlike anybody I've ever known. So it was our puppy raisers and our puppy sitters in our club. I want to thank them. They would call and say, well, could we have Bruno? It's not that we needed a puppy sitter. They wanted Bruno. And it was because they were going to work. He went to work with an OBGYN nurse, and he was known as Dr. B at the clinic because he was paged to go to the rooms with the patients. He went to the hospital when my father-in-law was in the hospital, and we go there. He's in intensive care, and we can't get into the room because the doctors and the nurses want pictures with Bruno before we can go see his dad. He's had many adventures. He went to Tahoe with us. He loves the snow. He loves hiking. He's been RVing with us all over the state, many different states. So I think that just his adventures and what you do and your adventures, I think they might be trouble in Washington when the two of them get there. So we wish you lots and lots of adventures together, and we can't wait to hear what you guys discover together.
Thank you.
Let's give one last round of applause to Class 994. Next up, we're going to give a little bit of a demo of how we teach a dog to target a chair. During training, our dogs learned most of their skills involved with guide work through use of clicker, which marks a behavior we want the dog to repeat. The clicker makes communication consistent and timely, better than praise or food reward alone. We start by pairing food with the sound of a click, which takes less than 5 minutes for these guys. Once the dog understands that the click means food, we can pair the click with a desired behavior. For example, when they were doing something like stopping at a curb or going into a down position, they get a click, they think food, and they're likely to want to do these behaviors again in anticipation for getting that reward. I'm going to call Lauren up here to join me, and we have training dog Dean to demonstrate. So Lauren's going to start by, she's going to show us this back chain method that we use and start near the end goal, which is going to be our chair. She's going to start with a hand target, and as soon as that dog's nose touches her hand, you hear that click. She's going to do this a couple of times, really get Dean into the game, one that our guys know very, very well. Once she feels like he's nice and focused, she can move towards that chair, and she's going to place that hand target directly onto that chair. I think he's got that step so far. Once she feels comfortable with that, she's going to take one step back, give him a little bit of a runway, and restart with that hand target. We start increasing our distance as we go. This next step that we do when she feels like he's got that down is she's going to take a few steps back, and as he starts initiating movement, she's going to pick up that handle and give him the verbal cue, chair. She'll throw in that verbal cue as they're getting close to the chair. That way it starts connecting the dots that he's headed towards that chair. And sometimes they're quicker than we are. This time, Lauren's going to take even more steps back, build up our runway a little bit. She's going to pick up that handle and give him that cue word.
Dean, forward, find the chair.
And since that is the last step, she's going to sit down in that chair to really show him that that is what she wanted. That's his end result. And as you can see, he's nice and proud of himself. He knows to get into position there. So our last step is she's going to get even more distance from this chair. Our final goal is for Dean to work from a further distance. Dean will now work from the lobby doors all the way over to the chair. Do you think he's got it? And there it is. So that was just a demonstration of a simple targeting technique that can be widely used in a client's home area. They can apply this to training principles to teach their dogs how to locate all kinds of things, such as ATMs they often use, pedestrian crosswalk buttons, bus stops, chairs, anything that they can imagine. Thank you to Lauren and Dean. And thank you all for joining us today. If you are interested in volunteering, joining our staff, or anyone you would know that would benefit from our services, please visit guidedogs.com. If you would like to make a donation to support our mission, you can now text to donate. Please text graduation to 50155. For our viewers at home, we hope to see you soon. Let's give a last round of applause to our class 994. And for those of you in person, feel free to join us for some refreshments next door. Our gift shop is located at the top of campus and is open for those interested in checking out our array of gifts, clothes, and dog toys. Thank you.